First kill was 19 years old. Name, first kill was nice.
Hello, Cassie. I'm getting you on tape, okay?
This is wild as hell.
Say hi, please. Hi. Just killed Cassie. This is not a fucking joke.
I'm shaking.
I stabbed her in the throat and I saw her lifeless body. Dude, I just killed Cassie.
These are moments when criminals vlog their own crimes. Let's begin with two 16-year-old high schoolers who made an entire documentary about murdering their fellow classmates.
We're not going not to get caught, Brian. If we're going for guns, we're just going to end it. We're just going to grab the guns and get out of there, kill everybody and leave.
We're going to make history. We're going to make history.
For all you FBI agents watching this, you weren't quick enough.
You weren't quick enough and you weren't smart enough.
This
On
is
September
crazy.
22nd, 2006,
Them boys told the police you wasn't quick enough. What?
Lee Draper and Tori Michael Adamczyk, friends who had bonded over shared interest in horror movies, especially the 1996 film Scream. Brian and Tori decided to copy the movie's plot by carrying out a real-life murder spree of their own, targeting their fellow female student Danny Dixon as the first victim.
And we're going over to Danny Dixon's house. We're gonna go snoop around over there and try to see if she's home alone or not. And if she's home alone, splat! She did.
Don't fear.
People will die.
That's crazy, bro.
Unfortunately for them, Dixon wasn't home alone, forcing them to abandon her as their first target and choose a more vulnerable target, someone they had easier access to.
Dixon's house. It's clear out there in the pasture. We've already snooped around her house a couple times. She's not home, so we're gonna go to the church over there and we're gonna call a girl and a guy named Cassie and Matt. They're our friends, but we have to make sacrifices. So.
These are your friends? You're doing this to your friends, bro. They are doing this to their friends, yo. They're friends. Mind you, this was back in 2006.
Tonight, it is the night, and I feel really weird. It's at my stomach and stuff, and I feel like I want to kill somebody.
How you just feel like that? Like, how you just wake up
we
feeling
all
like
have to make
somebody
sacrifices.
out? That is horrible.
Our first victim is going to be Cassie Stoddard and her
God,
friends.
turn your brights off, asshole.
Yeah, we'll find out if she has friends over. She's going to be alone in a big, dark house out in the middle of nowhere. How perfect can you get? I mean, like, holy shit, dude.
I'm horny just thinking about it.
Hell yeah.
It just seemed like all this shit was just like well thought out by these idiots, bro. There's no other way to word it. It's nothing else to call them. This is serious, gang. Excuse me, this is real.
Yeah. So we're gonna fucking kill her and her friends, and we're gonna keep moving on. I heard some news about Kirsten. She's gonna be home alone from 6 to 7. So we might kill her, then drive over to Cassie's thing and scare the shit out of them, then kill them one by fucking one.
What?
Hell yeah.
Why one by one? Why can't it be a
2 by 2 and 3 by 3?
The two new targets Brian and Tori set their sights on were Cassie Jo Stoddard and her boyfriend, Matt Beckham, both high school classmates and friends of the boys. That night, Cassie wasn't home alone, which made it impossible for Brian and Tori to carry out their plan. However, they soon learned that Cassie would be house-sitting for her aunt and uncle at their remote home the following day, Friday, and would be alone for the entire weekend, while the couple was away on a trip. Seeing this as the perfect opportunity, the pair resumed vlogging the next morning, even capturing footage of Cassie at school as she went about her day, unaware it would be her last.
Hey, look, it's Cassie.
Hey, look, I don't know.
Hello, Cassie. I'm getting you on tape, okay? Say hi, please. Hi. Okay, see ya.
That is sad, bro. That is just...
Have you seen Tori? He's supposed to meet me here at 7:30, and it's 8:19. He's an hour late. You don't even care, dude. Okay. See ya.
Brian and Tori managed to trick their way into getting an invitation to watch a movie with Cassie and her boyfriend Matt at the house she was watching, which conveniently aligned with their evil plan. They accepted the offer, then went to the school library, where they further discussed and wrote down the details of how they intended to execute this plan.
It's supposed to happen tonight, so hopefully.
Just planning this shit out is so devilish, bro. It's evil.
We're actually tonight. She's watching us. You're still watching us. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cassie's family, but she had to be the one. We have to stick with the plan. And she's perfect, so she's gonna die. Anyway, we're just on the Kirsten Barnes' house.
Like, what kind of mental illness is this, yo? This shit deep, yo. This is horrible. This is disgusting, bro. And just to look and see that they thought it all through, like her being too pretty is part of the sacrifice or something. Her being a beautiful girl was just a part of the sacrifice, bro.
And we have a new victim now. Her name is Miranda Chacon. She started this thing, so we tried to kill her.
Y'all know every killer, for the most part, after they kill that first person, that guilt, that's instant guilt. But everybody say your first kill is the hardest, and so on and so on and so on. But it's like, dog, these guys, out of nowhere, just decided they wanted to sacrifice people. Or do they have what's the sacrifice for?
I need to be quiet and shut up, so now she's dead. I've always wanted to make a mark on the world and stuff.
So this is how you do it?
That night, Brian and Tori arrived at Cassie's aunt's house under the pretense of watching a movie. Before settling in, Cassie and Matt showed them around, and during the tour, Brian and Tori left the basement door open so they could return later to carry out their evil plan. Then, just as the movie was about to begin, they changed their minds, claiming they'd rather see the movie at the theaters. They then left, only to return later that night to execute their evil plan.
We're here in his car. The time is 9.
Gang, they went to the movies because they probably was thinking about it, like, do we really want to do this? What is the reasoning, gang? Because you want to have a name? Because you want to, like, your name not going to live on forever. Even if your name lived on for 50 years, that's still not forever.
50, September 22nd, 2006. Unfortunately, we have the grueling task of killing our 2 friends, and they are right in that house just down the street.
We just talked to them. We were there for an hour. But
We checked out the whole house. We know there's lots of doors. There's lots of places to hide. I unlocked the back doors, so it's all locked. Now we just gotta wait, and yeah, we're really nervous right now, but you know, we're ready.
we're listening to the greatest rock band
We've
ever,
waited for this for a long time.
Pink Floyd. Before
Pink
we
Floyd don't
commit
fuck with you,
the
boys.
ultimate crime of murder.
Oh, horrible.
We waited for this for a long time.
A long time.
We'll stay tuned.
Brian and Tori returned to the neighborhood and parked a block away, then slipped back in through the unlocked basement door. After wearing their costumes, they tried to bait Cassie and Matt downstairs by making loud noises, and, when that failed, flipped the circuit breaker to plunge the house into darkness. Still no one came, so they flipped the power back on. Feeling uneasy, Cassie asked her boyfriend Matt to stay overnight, but when Matt's mother arrived around 10:30 p.m. to pick him up, she refused to let him stay and instead invited Cassie to come with them. Cassie declined, choosing to stay behind and fulfill her promise to care for the house and pets. Once Matt and his mother had left, Brian and Tori crept upstairs armed with 4 hunting knives they'd bought earlier and stabbed Cassie over 30 times, tragically ending her life.
Just killed Cassie. We just left her house. This is not a fucking joke.
I'm shaking.
I stabbed her in the throat and I saw her lifeless body just disappear. Dude, I just killed Cassie. Oh, fuck. That felt like it wasn't real. I mean, it went by so fast.
Shut the fuck up. We gotta get our act straight.
It's okay. Okay, let's buy movie tickets now.
Okay.
Come on.
As soon as they'd killed Cassie, Brian and Tori
30 times? By the grace of God, Matt got out of there. His mama came and got him, but invited Cassie to come with them. I know Cassie wanted to go. Rest in peace, Cassie. I know she wanted to go, but she had to fulfill her promise and watch the house and the pets. Bro, this is sad, bro. And to think, bro, it's still people out here like this. It's still people out here that think like this, bro. That think doing the most evil shit is gonna cause their name to live on forever. You not Hitler, bro. You not Genghis Khan, bro. You never gonna be those guys, gang. You just a regular motherfucker that just out here in the world. And you want to take lives, innocent lives, that your friends at that, as a sacrifice for some bullshit that you believe in?
Tori rushed to the movie theater to buy tickets and attempt to manufacture an alibi. 2 days later, Cassie's body was discovered by her cousin after her aunt and uncle returned from their trip. A police investigation began, and after clearing initial suspects, including Cassie's boyfriend, who had a solid alibi from his mother, attention turned to Brian and Tori, who had also been at the house that night. It didn't take long for investigators to spot inconsistencies in their stories. Although Brian had admitted on tape to slitting Cassie's throat,
I stabbed her in the throat and
He realizing this shit real. Like, what you think, crybaby ass bitch? What you think? You thought you was just gonna go? You thought you was gonna do this, get caught, and nothing was gonna happen? Something y'all gotta remember, gang. Something y'all truly gotta remember and understand, gang. Especially now in 2025, bro. These police have access to things that the public don't know about, gang. These police have been doing their job for a very long time at that. Majority of criminals are going to get caught. Majority, not all. We walk past criminals all day, every day. Your coworker might have murdered somebody and he just taking it to the grave, or she just taking it to the grave. Think about how many husbands done died out here. Think about how many wives done died out here. Think about how many people have died in general. I mean, everybody not gonna get caught. But high schoolers, you're not that smart, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. People be intelligent as hell. But you can see right now in this dude's face, he realizing now this shit is real, gang. It's consequences for everything. You got good consequences and you got bad consequences. Depending on what you do, you go left, bad consequence. You go right, good consequence.
Like this, I thought it was joking, you know, like yeah, it's a joke. They're trying to, you know, he's trying to splash at her and she's not fake at all. And he said, we have to kill her. I can't believe I did this. And he said, we have to kill her. And so we stabbed it out of the way, and then it just kept. I heard it go in. I heard his chest, like I don't know, the chest. It was supposed to happen. It was supposed to be a joke.
It wasn't supposed to happen. It was supposed to be a joke. But y'all had real
by
knives.
pitting Brian and Tori against each other, detectives secured confessions, recovered the murder weapons, and even restored their destroyed tape. Both Brian Draper and Tori Adamczyk were charged with first-degree murder, found guilty, and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Next, we have a psychopathic serial killer who vlogged his horrific crimes as he abducted and murdered more than a dozen women.
You sorry about what?
Everything.
Jumping in the car with a motherfucker you don't know? You want to say something to your kids?
Mama, sorry.
This is first kill, number one. First kill was 19 years old.
Between May and October 2001, more than 4 women were reported missing and later found strangled to death along various roadways in the Ferguson area of St. Louis, Missouri. One disturbing detail connected all the victims. They were all sex workers. As the investigation continued, police realized the number of victims were as high as 12. This prompted a St. Louis news reporter to publish a story featuring one of the victims in the newspaper. Like many serial killers who crave public recognition, the killer, 37-year-old Maury Troy Travis, a hotel waiter and convicted felon on probation, sent a letter to the reporter taking credit for the murders. He included a map with an X marking the location of another body in the letter. When authorities found a body exactly where he indicated, they launched a manhunt. They began tracing the source of the map he had used. Investigators subpoenaed the map service provider and obtained the IP address tied to Travis's computer. That led them straight to him. After his arrest, his fingerprints matched those found on several of the victims. His ultimate undoing came when police discovered vlogged videos of him committing the brutal crimes, along with evidence in his torture room basement beneath his home.
Say it clear.
You want the master. It pleases me to serve you. You are the master.
I don't care who you are as a woman, gang. Sex worker, CEO, mother, sister, auntie, cousin, grandmother. It don't matter who, prostitute, sex worker, whatever you want to call it. It don't matter, bro. Don't nobody deserve to go through no shit like this, bro. None of them women did shit to this man to make him want to do this. That man's just crazy as hell, gang.
It pleases me to serve you.
Stop what?
You are the master. It pleases me to serve you.
Man, you sit your ass down like I said. You sorry?
Yes.
You sorry about what?
Everything.
Jumping in the car with a motherfucker you don't know?
Yes.
You sorry?
Yes.
You want to say something to your kids?
Mama, sorry.
Who raising your kids?
Me and my mom and dad.
You ain't raising shit. You on here in your back smoking crack. Because you ain't going home long. I'm going to keep you about a week. This is first kill, number one. First kill was 19 years old. Name, I don't know. First kill was nice.
Unfortunately, the police were only able to find one vlogged video of a single victim. While Maury Travis claimed to have heard over 17 women, the official count was 12. However, before he could stand trial for his crimes, Travis did the unthinkable and offed himself. Next up, this dangerous man forced his ex-girlfriend to go live on Facebook to apologize to his current girlfriend, only to murder her during the live stream.
I ain't have no business going off like that, but...
See right there. See right there. Everybody want to be famous. I'm going to make you famous.
Stop jumping!
Now, game over.
On April 12th, 2018, 37-year-old Jonathan Robinson laid siege to the Shreveport, Louisiana home of his ex-girlfriend, 27-year-old mother of 3, Linda Williams, after she had publicly ridiculed his long-term partner, Sherika Taylor, online. An attack that had driven Sherika into a mental breakdown. Robinson, who'd been dating both women at once and refused to let either go,
This nigga was a fucking unloyal piece of shit. Had your heart split in two. Just a clown, gang. You decided to snap on Facebook. It sounded like she snapped back. You ain't like it. You tried to embarrass her on Facebook. No, we know social media is like, everybody got access to social media. Everybody can see everything pretty much unless you got something private. You thought somebody was just going to let you bash them on the internet and they wasn't going to respond? That nigga lost his marbles, gang. Lost all his marbles.
Arrived armed with a rifle, took Renita, her mother, and her brother hostage, and ordered Renita to go live on social media to apologize to Sherika. Renita's mother managed to escape and call police, despite Robinson firing shots at her. With the mother gone, Jonathan kept Renita and her brother captive, forcing Renita to continue live streaming apologies until Sherika was satisfied.
Hey, y'all. This Nunu. I apologize for going live on Rika. I ain't had no business doing all that. My page been blocked, so that's why I'm going live. Yes, I know I was wrong. I ain't have no business going off like that, but...
See right there. See right there. Everybody want to be famous. I'm going to make you famous.
Yes.
What?
I am sorry, y'all. This Nunu, I'm blocked off my page. So I had to go out live on Morse phone. I ain't had no intentions of going live like that. I apologize to everybody. Yes.
What?
No, huh? Yes, that's her. Let me see the phone, son.
No.
Yes. Yes, Aunt Lola.
Man, you think I'm worried about the police right now? Huh? You think I'm worried about the police right now?
No.
I tell you, I don't give a about no police, you heard?
It's like, bro, it's a deeper rooted problem here, bro. And you can tell my man's mind is gone, gang. He lost it, bro. It's so much other shit going on in the world that you could be tripped out about. But you tripped over somebody replying to you trying to embarrass them. Pussy.
Hell with me. Bitch will pull up right now. Pull up. Bitch want to be famous. I'm going to make you famous.
No.
Want to be famous? I'm going to make you famous.
No.
No. Everybody want to be famous, let's be famous today.
Okay.
Huh? I do.
Yes.
Telling you I get on these bitches level.
No.
The situation then took a dangerous turn when police, alerted by Renita's mother, arrived at the scene, triggering an explosive and violent reaction from Jonathan.
No.
Go.
Stop, Jonathan. Stop, Jonathan.
Now, game over.
Jonathan opened fire on the police outside, and when Renita began to scream, shot her more than 6 times, killing her as her brother managed to escape. Jonathan then engaged in a standoff with the police that lasted for over 80 minutes before Sherika, the woman he had just murdered Renita for, convinced him to surrender.
Gone for life, bro. Gone for life, just like that.
And in a scene that would...
Ain't never killed no niggas in the street. Excuse my language. He ain't never killed nobody in the street. If you was gonna turn into a killer gang, you might as well turned into a street nigga full-fledged. I'm talking all of that. You might as well turned into a kingpin at that point. If you want to kill somebody, if you got that kind of rage, you might as well have turned into something like that. You might as well have played a game that a lot of people playing. It's a field for that. It's a whole ass field for that. A whole ass field for niggas like that, gang. Shit's sad, bro.
Leave anyone shocked. Officers then allowed Jonathan, who had just murdered a mother of 3, to share an intimate moment with Sherika, the woman he killed for, after she had arrived to the scene.
That's y'all's words, right, Jonathan?
Now you about to go to prison for life. And that shorty you hugging, she definitely fucking another man. It's another man tearing that up. You already know. She probably done gave up on you. You going without the possibility of parole, brother. It's over. You're never coming home. You're never coming home, gang. All because you couldn't control yourself, bruh. Something you did.
Be strong.
Of course you ain't gonna bother her no more. She gone, gang.
I'll be to see you today, okay?
Jonathan was arrested and charged with second-degree murder, being a felon in possession of a firearm, and simple criminal damage to property. He ultimately took a plea deal, life without the possibility of parole, to avoid the death penalty.
Took a plea deal for life without the possibility of parole instead of taking the death penalty, gang. You have no support, gang.
Up next, this man vlogged his plans, actions, and escape as he executed his wife and daughter, and then set their house ablaze with them inside.
Bro, these stories just get worse and worse.
Knocked back.
What the fuck?
Financially, my wife is just gonna suck all the money out that I have.
On April 22nd, 2012, King County Sheriff's deputies and the fire department rushed to the burning home of 41-year-old Peter Keller, his wife Lynette, also 41, and their 18-year-old daughter Kayleen in North Bend, Washington, after several neighbors reported the house was on fire. Firefighters quickly extinguished the flames before significant damage occurred.
Wait,
but
what?
was on 4-year-old daughter Kayleen-year-old Peter Keller, his wife Lynette, also 41, and their 18-year-old daughter Kayleen in North Bend, Washington, after several neighbors reported the house was on fire. Firefighters quickly extinguished the flames before significant damage occurred, but what they found inside was shocking. The bodies of Lynette and Kayleen, both shot to death in their beds. Peter was nowhere to be found, leading authorities to initially suspect he might have been a victim or abducted. That changed when investigators discovered tapes, computer files, and drawings soaked in gasoline, suggesting an attempt to destroy evidence in the fire. The tapes revealed that Peter was not a victim at all, but the killer. He had murdered his wife and daughter, planned to burn down the house, and filmed his entire scheme. The tapes also revealed a hideout Peter had prepared in the woods, giving authorities their first clue as to where they might begin searching for him.
This is something I wanted to do probably since I was a teenager, to make a home underground somewhere so I didn't have to live around people. It's just now I have the means, I'm able to actually pay for it.
My nigga said he wanted to live underground. Fuck is this nigga? Patrick Starr? Said he wanted to live underground, gang. He said he wanted to live underground. Alright.
I've spent a lot of money on this so far. Thousands of dollars. I just feel like I'm getting knocked
You just said you spent thousands of dollars on that?
back every time. Financially, my wife is just gonna suck all the money out that I have. At this point, I don't know what's gonna happen.
What's the difference? You spending money on an underground bunker, Patrick Starr, and your wife is spending money on whatever the fuck she want to spend money on. It's always these weirdo motherfuckers, bro. It's always the weirdos, man. Ladies, be careful who you get that hand to. Be careful who you get that left ring finger to. Flat out. Some people are just for sexual purposes and that's it. Nothing else. Just because a motherfucker got money don't mean anything. I mean that, bro. Just because somebody got bread, it does not mean anything. I think y'all can. I think y'all learning that too from the P Diddy situation. Like, just because somebody got dumb chicken, don't mean they got it all going right up here. Remember that, man.
I may get caught right away. I mean, I could basically be dead in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I don't know. It's all up to chance at this point. So I don't think anyone knows where I'm at. Well, it's about 2 weeks before the end. This is going to be my last video.
Using the detailed drawings and video recordings Peter had made over several months documenting the construction of his bunker, police were eventually able to track him down. The moment Peter realized he had been found, he turned the gun on himself and did the unthinkable. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and watch.
The man was caught and then killed himself. Bro, this was one of the craziest videos I think I ever did. But I hope if you're a female and you watching this, you take note. It's some evil men out here. But I'm also going to tell you to love who love you. Flat out, y'all. I'll see you in the next one.